Okay, so I'm gonna try to review this one because I haven't seen it as much because it's not my favorite in the series, and that is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which came out in 1982. And this one's infamous for being the most different out of the series and the one that doesn't have Michael Myers in it. Uh, the place, the basic plot of the film is, there's this mask maker named Cochran who releases these Halloween masks, and when you put them on, uh, there's a jingle that plays, and it kind of like possesses you. But when the jingle hits on October 31st, Halloween night, the mask like melts your face off. And there's a character played by Tom Atkins and a female character, I forgot her name. They have to go around. They're trying to go around and stop these production of these masks and from people buying it and watching the TV because people are dying off in masses. And yeah, that's basically the plot of it. When the Halloween series, after part 2, which was supposed to be the end of the Michael Myers story, they released this movie, and at the time it's because John Carpenter was planning on every new Halloween sequel to be based kind of like a horror anthology, and every new movie was supposed to be based on a concept around Halloween. And like one was supposed to be about vampires, or one was supposed to be about werewolves, or something like that. And this was supposed to start it, but of course, when people saw it, they were pissed off, and they wanted Michael back. So that's why the rest of the series has Michael in it. Um, like I said, I've only seen this movie like once or twice, and I'm not really a big fan of it. But if you look at it as its own kind of movie, because it has a cult following now, it could, if they just took Halloween 3 off and put Season of the Witch, it could work. And like I said, as a cult following now. And I liked some of the concepts in it. I liked the fact that the mask, you put on these masks and they like possess you. And there's like this really gory scene that involves a kid, which I'm surprised. I was like, damn, they actually kill a kid in this movie. He has like a pumpkin mask, which the mask looks like they're kind of generic looking. Hold on. Like, I don't really see it. One's a witch, one's a skeleton, one's a pumpkin. And then the old guy right there is the one who makes them, called Cochran. And then there's the heroes right there. But the kid's wearing a pumpkin mask, and they're like, he's at home watching the commercial, and the jingle comes on, and then like the mask starts melting on him. He's trying to take it off, and like his parents come in there, and they're like freaking out trying to take it off, and they're like, as his face starts melting, and he's like pulling it off like this. Kind of reminds me of that scene in Poltergeist where the guy's looking in the mirror and starts peeling his face off, and like he falls over and like the head busts open, and there's like a bunch of worms and like maggots and stuff coming out of his head. Uh, there's kind of a goofy scene in here where a woman, there's like a ring or something, and she opens a box, like a compass or something like that. She opens it, and like a bolt of light shoots into her mouth and kills her. Yeah, I mean, it's from 1980s. It's like from 1982, so the effects are not that good. I like the Cochrane character. He's like a megalomaniac who wants to take over the world and, you know, kill people and shit. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't really know much to say about it. Like I said, I haven't watched it that many times, but yeah, I like Tom Atkins. He's a good actor. He's played in a lot of like horror movies. I know him best from Night of the Creeps, and he was also in one of the Maniac Cop movies, which I think was the first one, and he was in a movie called The New Kids, which that was really good too. I should review that one. That one's really underrated. Um, he plays the hero in this, and his acting is pretty good in some part. Of course, there's a scene at the end after they capture him, and they're like, "We're going to keep playing this commercial," because it ends on a bleak note because Cochran basically gets away with what he's gonna do, and he's watching the TV. He's on the phone. He's like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" And then like it just cuts to black. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not my favorite in the franchise, but I would recommend it just because, it's like one of those movies that sticks out. Kind of like Friday the 13th Part 5 or um, Halloween 6 too is another one. But mainly Halloween or Friday the 13th Part 5, that's what it kind of reminds me of. But not exactly the same thing. But yeah, but that's my review. I'm sorry I didn't really go into much detail with it.